This is like really hard for me to talk about. So I guess for like a really long time I didn't like realize how much this affected my life until like recently. And it could be because like I moved to Florida, and I guess like that separation from like I guess like my hometown and like those feelings, just like it kind of put things in a different perspective. I guess I'm finally like ready to talk about it. And I was bullied for, how do I even like say this? I was bullied for not knowing obscure facts about One Direction. Story time, bitches. Back in 2010, I was in 6th grade. I was 11 years old and I liked One Direction. What Makes You Beautiful was a bop, and I thought Harry Styles was super cute. I think if my memory serves me correctly, he was the only one that I actually like knew the name of, but that's beside the point. I liked some of their music. Like I thought, you know, I thought they were cute boys. Their music was, you know, really catchy and really, you know, fitting of that like era, and I liked them. And you know, other girls in my middle school also liked One Direction, and it would come up and I would kind of join the conversation, and these girls got really territorial about which One Direction member they liked. If there was a group of 5 girls talking about One Direction, like you couldn't come up to them and talk about One Direction because they all had their individual member that they liked. And you know, that's how they kept the harmony in their little friend circle. Cool? Great. I'm glad we're on the same page with that. I would try to like talk to these girls about One Direction because, you know, it was a common interest. I was trying to make friends. I was trying to be nice, trying to be friendly, and all of a sudden they started like quizzing me on the weirdest shit about them.
What's their mom's name? What city were they born in?
Like, bitch, I don't fucking know. I'm here for a good time. And once I recognized this pattern among like all of them, I backed the fuck off. I was like, I do not like One Direction. For a grand total of probably 2 months, I liked One Direction. Then I cut it off. I was like, that's it, I can't do it. I kind of just never talked about it again. Side note though, I had like a laptop, like I finally got like my own computer like back in middle school, and like One Direction was my screensaver. And once I set a screensaver, like I never changed it like ever. So like the computer, I think I still have it back at my house in California. I'm sure it still has that same screensaver. If I can find it, here it is. Anyway, back on topic. In the One Direction video that I recently posted, me roasting them, I talked about like this Twitter post that I saw, and it was of their like first performance. It was a Viva La Vida, and that's when things changed. In order to like film that video, I had to like watch their performance so many times to get commentary right, to like know what I was talking about, and to really like like be able to break down what I was saying. And because of that, YouTube started recommending a bunch of One Direction videos, and I fell down the rabbit hole hard. You know, compilations of One Direction started popping up, like them in interviews, like just funny moments, just stuff like that. And you know, I think I finally found proof that the CIA is literally listening to everyone, because in that video I said, quote, "Niall, you're adorable." And all of a sudden, compilations of specifically Niall being adorable or being cute or being funny, like whatever, started popping up in my recommended, and I was like, I'm pretty sure my FBI agent is like very concerned about me, like very concerned. Long story short, now I'm obsessed with Niall Horan. I literally bought concert tickets for his concert in Orlando. I feel like people are gonna roast me about that. Like,
You're such a fake fan. Like, you're finally listening to their music.
Blah, 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 blah.
give me a break. For probably the past decade, I've completely ignored and avoided anything involving One Direction because I was so traumatized when I was 11 about liking One Direction. Like, I couldn't do it. I literally couldn't do it. It was too triggering for me. I just had to stay away. Not only am I going to this Niall Horan concert, I'm also very much seriously considering getting a tattoo for one of his songs. I'm not gonna say what the tattoo is because it's very embarrassing and it's very weird and I think it's hilarious. But you know, the ultimate goal with this tattoo is like when I randomly bump into Niall, I show him the tattoo and he's like,
Oh my god, that's so funny.
falls in love with me, we get married, I become a baby making factory. That is the ultimate goal. Like, that is the current Wattpad fanfiction I'm writing. Back to what I was originally saying in the very dramatic beginning of this video, I was deprived of a very, very important phase in my tweenhood. I missed out on the very, very embarrassing boy band obsession phase. I was stunted. And I think I'm gonna come out on the other side better, not better looking, I'm sorry, this is probably as good as it's gonna get. I'll be able to share in these experiences obsessing over a boy band with you guys, and I'll be able to feel more included and less of an outcast. I'm very thankful that I was bullied and all that jazz out of liking One Direction when I was a teen or a preteen, because I got to like One Direction on my own terms. I got to fall in love with them on my own terms. I got to pick out my favorite One Direction member on my own terms, and I'm very thankful for that opportunity. I think that's it. Jazz Club is closed. Bye.